know if the camera's picking it up or not, but it's snowing outside. Our warm weather here in Wisconsin is over with here in February. I just checked my phone a moment ago and it's about 27 degrees outside. And if I pan down, look what I got. Yeah, I got my buddy heater cooking away there. I got that in the mail from Amazon. Got a super great deal on it. For those who've ever bought a buddy heater, I got that one from Amazon for half of what normally everyone would pay for that. So I'm not going to say the price because you just go over to Amazon yourself and take a look. But I got a really, really great deal on it. And while I was here at Walmart, I picked up some 1-pound canisters, which last about 6 hours on high. And right now it's been going, I'd say about an hour. And it's pretty warm in here. I'm in my t-shirt. It's, I would say, about 65, 70 degrees in here. It's a little cooler down on the floor, but I'm standing right in front of the buddy heater, so my feet are actually kind of warm. Anyways, in the last episode of Mow the RV and Me, you saw me do the craft project, and I put the quilt up on the back window. But if I look over here and over to the other side, I didn't put the rest of it up because I thought about it for a little bit. And I thought, I'm going to try something a little different on the side windows and over here on the big window. So let me bring the camera down to the table for you so you can see what's going on. And they're about $5, and I forgot about this here. They're called, if you've ever seen these before, they're called Ready Shade. And it's just a pleated paper shade. They're inexpensive. This one's about 36 by 72. And I think what I'll do is I'll cut that in half and then run the pleating acrossways so that I can get both windows covered with one package. Now, as far as the big window is concerned, coming back over to the table, and what I picked up is a fabric shower curtain. These were about $7 here at Walmart, and it's about 6 feet, I think. Oh, here it is. It is 70 inches across by 72. So it's going to drape down, but I'm going to do a little craft project on it as well. So let me get started on that, and we'll see how it turns out on the fabric curtain, and then maybe I'll do the pleated shades for you guys here also on camera. So let's get on my little project. Okay, so if you see, I got the curtain draped off the table, down along the floor, and of course the stapler. And what I'm going to do, if you saw in the last episode of Mow the RV and Me, I had the stick I was using for a straight edge. But now what I'm going to be doing is using it for some weight at the bottom of the curtain. And I'm going to staple all along the bottom here, and then I'll turn it over and tuck it and staple it a little more to hold it tight. And that'll give the curtain some weight at the bottom when it's down. And just like in the back, what I will do behind the valance here is I will staple it all along the top there, and then it'll drape down over the window, and then with that stick in there with its weight, I'll be able to curl it and roll it up if I want to have the window open and look out the window. So I'll spare you me doing all the stapling, and I'll get her in place, and I'll show you the final product. Alright, well, you can see I keep myself entertained here in the RV. I got Nomadic Fanatic going on my phone. Got it on pause so Eric doesn't ding me for copyright. But at any rate, you'll see I got the table out of the way. It's kind of stowed over here. And there it is. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up really well, but basically took that. It's a little wider than the valance, so I just tucked it around, and I got it stapled up top underneath there nice and tight. And at the bottom here, in order to give it some weight, if I want to roll it up, I'll just take the stick here and I will roll it up and put it up in place. And eventually what I'll do is I'll get some Velcro strips and run it around and hold that up. So that's my little craft project there. Let's get on to the next thing. I got a bunch of stuff going on. Well, guys, as any wise boondocker will do. You're always on the constant search for good Wi-Fi. And I am here. It is my lunch break for the day, and you can see my computer is loading up a little slow. There it goes. The good folks at McDonald's have Wi-Fi for me. Thank you to the good folks at McDonald's. But I'm not at McDonald's to eat there. I'm here to use their Wi-Fi. But for lunch today, I went and did what a lot of your RVers will do. I know a few guys out there go and get Little Caesars hot and ready, and I was kind of hankering for a pizza. I'm going to set the camera up on the tripod, get my computer going, and we're going to say a couple words about what you saw in the opening graphic about YouTube and making money and networking, things like that. So let me get things set up and then we'll go from there. Well, that's good eating. I know it's not good for me, but you know what? I had a couple extra bucks left over today. So it's good eating. I don't care who you are, but I love Little Caesars when I can get it. Anyways, let me take another bite here and I'll start yammering at you. Okay, so you saw in the opening graphic some of the things I was mentioning. And I've gotten a few private messages and I've had some phone calls from people who are worried about me going full-time. And why am I going full-time? Well, I did plan on going full-time eventually, but the timeline for me going full-time has actually been moved up considerably. I made a short mention of that previously, and what I'm going to do after this edition of Mo the RV and Me is I'm going to do a question and answer session and tell you about a few things why I'm going full-time. Primarily, why I'm going full-time is this, and again, in the next video, I'll go a little more detail when we have question and answer. It's primarily financial. I don't like to talk about my personal life too much, but what I'll just say is that my personal life, finances are the main reason why I'm going full-time. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this edition of Mo the RV, and that's money and how to make money and making money on YouTube and different variety of ways. So let me get started first. YouTube. You don't make a lot of money on YouTube, and I have always said 1 Year Out Productions is primarily my hobby. I do have a full-time job and I make pretty good money at it, but again, in the next edition of Mo the RV and Me, I'll talk about how my life is being affected by my financial obligations. Today, though, as far as what I'm talking about today, is I want to expand my channel out further and try to reach a larger audience. And if anybody has any suggestions on how to do that, I would love to hear back from you on this edition of Mo the RV and Me. My idea is networking. Networking with the other YouTube producers out there. If you follow my 1 Year Out Productions on Facebook, you will see that from time to time I will show other RV channels out there. And here on Mo the RV and Me, 1 Year Out Productions, I would like to extend my hand out to the other YouTubers out there who are struggling to get viewers and struggling to get more subscriptions, just like myself. I'm right now, as of today, I'm sitting around 59 subscribers, and there are some YouTube channels out there that have 1,000, a couple thousand, and some of their YouTube videos are in the 1,000, and some are even in the multiple thousand, 10,000 view range in the RV community. There are lots of YouTube channels out there that have views of millions, but I'm not reaching for that. What I'm reaching for is YouTube views, hopefully beyond a couple hundred or even less than 1,000. I'm looking to go beyond 1,000. And my idea is networking with those other YouTube producers to help them increase their viewership and myself. Since I'll be living in Mo the RV, I'm going to do a lot more daily, maybe even every other day, maybe even daily updates and Mo the RVs. Just basically, I'm going to try to, instead of a weekly channel, get it into a daily vlog for you guys to see about my RV life. So, if you guys want to engage with me on that, please send me a private message over on 1 Year Out Productions on Facebook. All you got to do is go to facebook.com/1 Year Out Productions and hit that message button and send me a message and see if we can begin a networking effort to increase your viewership and subscribers as well as mine. The second half of what I'm talking about today is something that I may open myself up to criticism to, but I have pondered the thought, and again, I'm asking for feedback on what you folks think, and that is opening up a GoFundMe kind of account or something to that effect. I know there's a lot out there, and I've been doing some research, but again, it's falls into the realm, and I see a lot of channels have this problem of being tagged as an e-beggar. It's not what I'm doing. I'm not e-begging. Like I said, I have a job. I do make good money. A good portion of that money goes out, though, for my obligations. What I'm looking for is improvements on Mo itself. I can afford a good portion of them, but there are some improvements I'd like to make. Solar system, I'm going to need tires, upkeep on the drivetrain, and a couple other improvements as it goes along. Living in an RV is different than living in a home, but you still have upkeep expenses. It's not totally low cost as some channels may tell you it is. It's lower cost than living in a house, but it's not like really small cost. There are costs involved with living in an RV. If I want to go to a dump station, sometimes I'll have to pay for a dump station. I have onboard LP, so I have to have that tank refilled every so often. Now again, I likely can afford these expenses, but the supplemental, again, I may not do it. I don't know. We'll just see. If you guys can give me some feedback on that would be terrific. So those are a couple of ideas I'm throwing out at you guys. The networking idea I think could work. All depends on how well anybody wants to participate, or if nobody wants to participate and everybody's channel is, some folks think their channel is in competition with mine and this and that. Yeah, I guess there are certain levels of competition and certain levels of that you need to, if you want to make money off of YouTube, you got to keep viewers on your channel and not go to another channel. I don't know. I am a very community-based kind of person. I like to think, it takes a village kind of guy. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. Anyways, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to go back to eating my pizza. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching Mo the RV and me. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, as I have been talking about in this video, and we'll see you guys out there. Cheers.